दुनियादारी से,
काम मन दुनियादारी से,
पावन दुनियादारी से। रमण बिहारी के,
ठाकुर हमारे रमण बिहारी, हम है रमण बिहारी के।
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे हो। अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे हो। अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे। अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
मेरे राधा रमण गिरिधारी,
मेरे राधा रमण गिरधारी।
ओ मेरे राधा रमण गिरिधारी,
मेरे राधा रमण गिरधारी।
गिरिधारी श्याम बनवारी, ओ
गिरधारी श्याम बनवारी।
ओ गिरिधारी श्याम बनवारी, ओ
गिरधारी श्याम बनवारी। अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे हो। अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे।
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे, गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे,
नंदलाल सावरिया मेरे।
ओ गोपाल सावरिया मेरे,
गोपाल सावरिया मेरे।
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे,
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे।
ओ अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे,
अब कोई न सहारा बिनु तेरे।
मेरी राधा रमण गिरिधारी, गिरिधारी श्याम बनवारी।
गिरधारी श्याम परवारी।
चंदन है इस देश की माटी,
चंदन है इस देश की माटी, तपोभूमि हर राम है। हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा, हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा। बच्चा बच्चा राम है, बच्चा बच्चा राम है। चंदन है इस देश की माटी, तपोभूमि हर राम है, तपोभूमि हर राम है।
हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा।
बच्चा बच्चा राम है,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
शरीर मंदिर सा पावन,
हर शरीर मंदिर सा पावन,
हर मानव उपकारी है।
हर मानव उपकारी है।
जहाँ सिंह बन गए खिलौने,
जहाँ सिंह बन गए खिलौने,
गाय जहाँ माँ प्यारी है।
गाय जहाँ माँ प्यारी है।
मेरा शंख बजाता,
जहाँ मेरा शंख बजाता,
लोरी गाती शाम है।
लोरी गाती शाम है।
हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा।
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
है इस देश की माटी,
चंदन है इस देश की माटी,
तपोभूमि हर राम है।
तपोभूमि हर राम है।
हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा।
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
कर्म से भाग्य बदलते,
जहाँ कर्म से भाग्य बदलते,
समनिष्ठा कल्याणी है।
श्रमनिष्ठा कल्याणी है।
याद और तप की गावे,
राम और तप की गाए,
कवि की वाणी,
आगे कवि की वाणी।
गंगा जलसा,
जहाँ का गंगा जलसा,
गंगा जलसा,
गंगा जलसा।
गंगा जलसा,
जहाँ का गंगा जलसा।
निर्मल है अंगाम है।
निर्मल है अभिराम है।
हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा।
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
चंदन है इस देश की माटी,
चंदन है इस देश की माटी,
तपोभूमि हर राम है।
तपोभूमि हर राम है।
हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा,
हरमाला देवी की प्रतिमा।
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
बच्चा बच्चा राम,
बच्चा बच्चा राम है।
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारि बरन रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपी सति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंजित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज सम्हारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संभारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय।
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
जय श्री कृष्ण एवरीबॉडी। श्री कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरु। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। A warm welcome to all the Geeta sadhaks who have joined this Geeta Pariwar for learning Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā with proper intonation and pronunciation. We are all indeed blessed to be a part of this divine family. Along with the weekly recitation classes that we have, the Geeta Vivechana or the interpretation sessions during the weekend help us in understanding the meaning of the shlokas so that we can inculcate the lessons in our life. Today we are having the second interpretation session of the 18th Adhyaya of the Gita, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. As the saying goes, Tena vina trunamapi na chalati. So let us start with the prayer. Let us surrender to the Almighty completely and seek the blessings. And to do the Arambha Prarthana, we have Srimati Gayatri Holla. Gayatri ji is from Udupi, Karnataka, and she is a homemaker with keen interest in music and reading. Associated with Geeta Pariwar since September 2022, she's doing seva in various roles as a TA, group coordinator, and a core trainer and a mentor as well. And I request Gayatri ji to recite the prayer. Jai Shri Krishna.
Shri Krishna.
Yes.
Vasudevasutam devam kausachanuramardhanam Devaki paramanandam Krishnau vande jagadgurum Krishnau vande jagadgurum.
Jai Shri Krishna. Gayatri ji, thank you. That was beautiful prayer. Thank you so much. Now it is time for the Deepa Prajwalan. Let us ward off the tamas in and around us. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. We have Srimati Kumud Gupta ji with us to do the Deepa Prajwalan. She is from Muzaffarnagar, Uttar Pradesh, and she is a retired English teacher and holds a master degree in English and also Sangeeta Visharada. And it is in classical vocal music. She is interested in singing, reading, and associated with Geeta Pariwar since July 2021. She also became a Geeta Vrati in October 2022 and Geeta Vichakshana in 2023. She is also offering seva as a trainer at all 4 levels and also as an examiner and mentor. So I request Kumud ji to do the Deepa Prajwalan. Over to you, Kumud ji.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृताम् कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you, Kumudji. That was beautiful. We got to see your puja place as well. Thanks so much. Before we proceed with the Vivechan session, we would like to make one quick announcement. Geeta Pariwar has organized L1 level grammar, Geeta grammar classes in various languages. Okay, and also the Geeta Vivechan sessions for tomorrow, Sunday, March 24th. And you would have received all the sessions timings and the links as well. We request you to make the time and attend these useful sessions and reap the benefits. Now it is the time for the most interesting part of the session, the interpretation by our respected Shraddha Raoji. And it is a privilege to introduce this multi-talented lady, Shraddha Didi ji. She is a resident of Hyderabad. She is an engineer by profession. She has a B in electronics and postgraduate diploma in IT systems and management, and she has worked as a mobile application developer and as a team lead as well. And she is a disciple of our Paramapujya Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj, and she is associated with Geeta Pariwar for a very long time, since August 2020, directly as a trainer, as part of the online Geeta learning department. She is giving Seva as a trainer, examiner, Vivechak, mentor, many roles. She is currently taking L4 classes, and she has also been conducting Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā classes at her residence for over 9 years. Being a part of Balagopalam in Hyderabad, she is playing a very active role in inculcating our Hinduism and the spiritual values in the kids from a very young age of 5 years. And Shraddha Didi, we request you to illuminate our knowledge with your expertise. Thank you, Shraddha ji. Over to you.
Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you, Manjula Devi. I see. Jai Shri Krishna, everybody. Let us begin the session by remembering Swamiji and Shri Krishna himself. Hari Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatakleşanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Kratitam Puranamuninam Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitaamritavarshiniim Bhagavati Bhashtadashatyayiniim Amba Tvamanusandadhami Bhagavad-gīte Bhavatveshin. Om Shri Gurave Namah. Om Shri Krishnaya Namah. A very warm welcome to the session, all of you. We are on this path of liberation, a liberating path of Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. And so far, we have seen this is a very beautiful, the longest chapter of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. The Granth itself is very small, 700 shlokas, small. Pocket Gita also we all have seen, it's a small Granth. But the depth is so immense. It not only condenses the knowledge of entire Upanishads, but crux of Yoga Vasishtha, Brahma Sutras, everything condenses into a small this book. Swami says a very interesting thing about Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, that it is the smallest book that can act as a manual of our life. Though it is smallest, it gives a greatest knowledge to study. Even one whole janma, one birth is not sufficient. It will take us so many births to understand this Grantha in totality, but it also has this amazing capacity of creating an illusion that we have understood everything. The little bit we read, we feel like, yeah, which samajh mein aaya hai. Now we have understood. And the moment we feel that we have understood, the next moment we really see something new in this shlok. And there is a new perspective that comes up. That is the beauty of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. And more so in the 18th chapter, because there is no new concept that is introduced. All the concepts that are covered earlier are redesigned and put in this chapter, but every concept that we visit in this chapter in itself is beautiful, gives a new insight into Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. And what we have seen so far has been a beautiful thing. Now, this chapter begins with a very intelligent question from Arjun. What is the difference between Tyag and Sannyas? And in the last session, we had seen an elaborate description into something very important, the three types of Tyag, the Sattvic Tyag, Rajasic Tyag, and the Tamasic Tyag. And based on that, Shri Krishna had explained how it is essential to do karma. We had also seen something very important in last chapter, that in the last session, that yajna, dana, tapa, karma, these three things one should never give up. Why? Because pavanani maniyashinam, these three things are pious, they purify us, and hence they should never be given up. when we read such things and we feel like this is something we should do on a regular basis, I feel very lucky to be a part of Learngeeta and Geeta Pariwar, where we get to do these three Gita Sevis, Yajna. It is a Jnana Yajna that we are doing, because when we are serving, we are also assimilating the knowledge from Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Jnana Yajna, it is also Karma Yajna. And to do this, we also have to struggle on all fronts. You have to take care of your all other routine work and then give the seva, that is tapa. And dana, we give time for it. Whatever little knowledge one can assimilate, you're sharing it with others. Dana is not giving, but it is actually sharing. So whatever time we have, whatever things we have with us, we are sharing with others. So it becomes a beautiful platform. So when you imagine yourselves as Gita Sevis, if we keep this bhav within ourselves, that we are doing Yajna Dana Tap together as a Gita Sevi, it gives a very delightful feeling about being Gita Sevi. And we will continue to go through this chapter. So by doing the karma as a Gita Sevi, by doing different actions, we are trying to achieve these. When we are doing all these actions, when we are doing as a Gita Sevi, we are doing something, some karma is happening. As in our daily lives, we are doing karma. The beauty of this Bhagavad Gita is that it does a very detailed analysis of karma. What we saw in the last session about Yajna, Dana, Karma, Dhyana, Tapa, and then we saw about Tyag. Now Shri Krishna has taken a turn of topics towards the Sukshmata, the subtleness of karma. He has explained in the shlokas further. So we will continue from the shlokas. What we had seen in the previous session is Nahi Deha Brita Shakyam. We had seen that it is impossible for anybody to live without doing karma. Nahi Deha Brita Shakyam Tyaktum Karmanya Sheshatah Yastu Karma Phalatyagi Satyagi Ityabhidhiyate. We had seen it is important. We cannot live without doing any karma. It is always we are going to do something or the other, and whatever we do is going to result in what? It is going to result in some karma phala. See, at multiple places we had seen one very important thing about karma phala, that when we are saying we should renounce on the karma phal, then we should we cannot renounce the karma phal. We cannot give up on the karma phal. But what has to be done? That attachment to the fruits of the action has to be given up. When we give up on the attachment to the fruits of these actions, what happens? We will be free from the effect that the results will have upon us. These things we had seen, and we had seen that every action results in results give gives a fruit which falls in one of these three categories. Which three? Anishta, that is undesirable; Anishta, Ishta, or Mishra, that is a desirable fruit, an undesirable fruit, or a mixed type of thing, somehow partially desirable and partially undesirable results it will give us. And we had seen after that Sri Krishna tells us for any task or karma to get accomplished, this is about the action, this is about the results that we had seen. But for any action to happen, for any karma to happen, there are 5 important things which are the cause for any action to happen, for any karma to happen. These 5 are important. Which are these things? We will start analyzing those from today. Panchaitani mahabaho karanani nibodhame Sankhye Kratante Proktani Siddhaye Sarva Karmanam. Bhagavan says that now I am telling you, Nibodhame, Karanani Nibodhame. What I am going to tell you? I am going to tell you the causes. Causes of what? Of karma. Siddhaye Sarva Karmanam. So here Shri Krishna is saying, hey Mahabaho. Last time we had seen what does Mahabaho mean? Somebody who has strong arms, a mighty armed one. Why calling him Mahabaho? Because he is efficient at all his karma. efficient at all his work. So he's telling, hey Mahabhaho, sarva karmanam siddhaye etani panchakaranani kritante. There are 5 things which are responsible for what? For a successful, for accomplishment of any action. Any action can be accomplished by the means of, by having these 5 basic things. 5 basic things essential for completion of any task. What are these? They are mentioned, and they are mentioned where? In the Sankhya Darshan. Sankhye Kratante Proktani. See, it is covering everything from all the different types of scriptures. So whatever is present in Sankhya Darshan, according to what is explained in the Sankhya Darshan, I will tell you. So Shri Krishna says, as mentioned in the Sankhya Darshan, I am telling you what are the 5 reasons, 5 essential components that will result of any task getting accomplished. Which are the 5 things? Adhishthānam tatha karta karanai cha prathak vidham vividhascha prathak cheshta daivai chaivatra panchamam. The first one, adhishthana. Second, karta. Third, karana. Karanai, then cheshta. And the daiva. These are the 5 things. We will look into them one by one. So Shri Krishna says the 5 things that are essential to accomplish any task are, first is the adhishthana, that is the body. Now, what does it mean by adhishthana? We all are doing some or the other actions. For that, we need a body to do. Without hands, legs, we cannot do anything. So adhishthana is a place. Is there any uh, thing that will enable us to do a particular action? That will be the adhishthana, a place where you are doing it. It also the means that are used, your hands and everything, and at a place where you are doing it. So every action now it is happening by the means of our body, adhishthana. Then karta. Karta, the task is done by the body. Who is the doer? We keep saying, I have done, I am studying Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, I am going to play Holi after 3 days. So who is doing, who is the karta everywhere? It is I. Who is the doer? The one who keeps saying I. Now, this karta, when we say I am doing, this is actually, it is a part of this pure Atma. It is the Jivatma, which is the I. When we say I, basically, we are the Jivatma. So now, what is the difference between the Atma and the Jivatma? When we are saying Atma is what? It is a ansh of the Paramatma. What happens when it gets embedded in this body? What happens? Some extra parameters get added to it. Like suppose there is gold. Now we know the pure form of gold, 24 karat gold, 24 ne usse zyada, very pure form of gold. As it is gold, if you take, you cannot make it into any jewelry and utilizes. Just like that, Atma in itself, without the means of a body, without the means of anything, it cannot achieve anything. But when we add some impurities to the gold, blend it with some other metals, and then only we can form some beautiful designs out of it, make necklaces out of it and wear it, rings, everything. So something is added to make it in a wearable form, in a form of a gold. Similarly, some impurities, you can say, some parameters are added to this Atma, it becomes the Jivatma, and when it gets converted, the Jivatma, it becomes a doer. It is the one who is actually getting things done. That is me, that is I. So Adhishthana, which is the body, the Karta, who is the one who's dwelling in this body. Karanam is the instruments, our sense organs. What are our sense organs? We have 5: karmendriya, jnanendriya, all our sense organs are, this is karana and upakarana, means whatever instruments are used. Without our mouth, ear, nose, hands, legs, we cannot do anything, right? So all these things are the karanam. These are the 3 things. First was adhishthana, second was a karta, third is what? The karana. Then cheshta. Karanaicha prathak vidham vividhascha prathak cheshta, different distinct types of um, uh, desires that we have. Prathak cheshta, vividhascha prathak cheshta, the different actions that we take, the efforts that we take, the whatever cheshta is the मैंने इसकी in the Hindi or in, we say no मैं ये करने की चेष्टा की है. What is the meaning of मैं चेष्टा की? Made an effort to do something. I tried to do something. So the efforts, that without efforts nothing is possible. It forms a very important part, essential part of any action being completed. So karana, instruments, and then the cheshta, and then daivam chaivatra panchamam. This daiva is a very misunderstood thing. Daiva, it is a fortune or destiny that we understand. Now, what is this daiva? Daiva, it is just like many people say that daiva, I was not lucky enough, mere bhagya mein nahi tha. This whatever we give it to the fortune, but it is not just the luck factor. We also have to understand that where is this fortune and destiny coming from? It is coming from our own past actions. Whatever we have done in the past, that transcends into our luck in this birth. So, whatever is happening in this birth, we cannot always blame it on. See, God has no business to do with partiality. How is his karma? Janma karma cha me divyam, he says. He is karma, he is alipta, he is untainted from anything. He will not do any type of partiality that this person needs more luck, the other person gets. Many people blame the Paramatma for this, but that is not correct. Whatever we are getting, the daiva, the luck that comes, the fortune, the destiny that comes in our share, where is it coming from? It is an accumulation of our past karmas, and that can be cleansed also to a certain extent. Some karmas that can be cleansed with by what? By the help of current level of sadhana. By whatever worship and other good karma that we do, we can also improvise on our own daiva. So obstacles could be there based on the past karma. There could be some obstacles in our karma, but by the means of good sadhana, by the means of good karma, we might also have some facilitators for our own karma. There could be good luck coming through our karma. So uh, these are happening now. Whatever karma has happened, it has happened in the past. When we are thinking, we have to understand that it is just 1/5 of the factor. Our own, but rest of the factors, the 4/5 of the factors are very much in our control. We should make an effort, however, to improve our daiva. By what? By doing the daily sadhana, by doing our daily set of activities, we should try to improve it. Now, this is the theoretical part, that these are the 5. How every task that is accomplished, what Shri Krishna has said, every task that is to be done is accomplished using these 5 things. So, how do we understand? For instance, if suppose you have to go for farming, or say now people don't do much farming, if you have to go and do some business, we need a building or an office place. That office place is the adhishthana. You will need people to work in that adhishthana tatha karta. You will need people to work there. That is the karta. Then karanai, whatever instruments nowadays we will need what? The different equipments. Computers are required, network is required, all other things, stationery in the office is required, everything is required. All that are karana, the instruments of doing the business. So that is karanam. Karanai cha cheshta. Then whatever efforts you put into establishing this office is what? Cheshta. And then based on how many efforts you have put, sometimes your idea will just click. Some businesses, they click, they flourish, and they become Tatas and Reliances. So that is because of some good effort. Some do not do all that well. That is a part of the daiva. So all these, whether it is some business, even at home also, one small task, every task now, if you go and try to do a little analysis of every task, you will see that all these 5 are always there. Farming, there is a field. then you need a karta, a farmer is needed. He will need some equipment. Everything that has been done, he will have what? These 5 things will be there. So all this applies not only to organization but also to individuals at all tasks. So all these 5 tasks are there. Then Shri Krishna further elaborates what about the karma. These 5 things are resulting in karma, but there is something now. I have all the 5 things. Can a karma happen on its own? I have a adhisthana, I have a karta, I am prepared to do some efforts, I have the cheshta. Then my karma, everything is in place. But just having these 5 things, will it result in any karma? No. There is something that is going to start off the karma. When you need, the work car, if a vehicle is there, it is there, but will it start moving on its own? There has to be an ignition. Chavi ghumani padti hai. Who is that chavi? Who is that ignition? Shri Krishna explains further. Sharira vang mano bhayyat karma prarabhate naraha न्याय्यं वा विपरीतं वा पंचैते tasya hetavah. What Shri Krishna is saying, Sharira Vang Mano Bhiryat. Here Shri Krishna is telling about 3 things. Sharira, our body, Vang, our speech, and Man, mind. These 3 things, what are they doing? These Sharira Vang Mano Bhi Yat. Yat means these 3 things, whatever karma is starting, karma prarabhate nara, whatever is being performed, whatever is being started, it starts off with what? With these 3. So these 3 are the igniting points. When these 3 are determined to start acting, then what will happen? Some karma will be starting, karma will be performed. And what will happen? By the intent or by the action of these 3, what will happen? Some type of task will start. And how will that task be? Nyayam va viparitam va. Nyayam Nyayam va viparitam va means either they can be good or viparita means reverse or not appropriate. So these there could be any types of tasks. Nyayam va viparitam va panchaite tasya hetavah. This can trigger the 5 causes that we have described here. Now, here one thing I want to bring to your notice. You all have read the 17th chapter. In that we have seen 3 types of tapa. Sharirik tap, then Vangmay tap and Manasik tap. See, there is a connect in all this. When Shri Krishna is telling us about the 3 types of tap, Sattvic tap, Rajasi tap and Tamasi tap, he has spoken about these 3 types of tap in the 17th chapter. And now we know that these 3, Sharira, the body, the Vangmay, the speech and the Man, they are resulting in starting every action. When you are starting some action, how that is starting, that is more important. If your sharir is clean, is sattvic, then whatever task is going to start from it, it is going to end properly. Somebody who is sick can start some project, or if not able to take care of his own body and start some project, is not going to end up giving good results. So what we have to do, while what is tap is something, the difficulties, the obstacles you face before doing any karma, that is tap. And these 3 types of tap, doing these 3 types of tap is going to give you what? Is going to give you strength. That is what Shri Krishna is saying. In the 17th chapter, Shri Krishna has very detailed explained these 3. What is the best form of Sharirik tap? The Sattvic Sharirik tap. Then Vangmay tap, Anudvegakaram Vakyam. This, purest form of tap we have seen, and the sattvic manas tap also. When these three are understood, to purify your karma, to have the best quality of karma in our on our side, we also have to study the slokas that are taught in the 17th chapter, so that everything our actions are pious, they are pure, so that we have to ensure. And by the means of this sharira vang mano bhiryat, means by speech, mind and body, what will start, we will start we'll be able to start any action. Now, the 5 basic things we have seen, which are responsible for completion of the task, they remain the same. Panchayate tasya hetava, they remain the same as described in the previous shloka. Okay, but to start these, we need the action by either sharira, vam, or mana. Now, understand what I'm trying to tell here, why everything should be sattvic. Now, once all these, suppose tomorrow I decide to start a factory. What will I need? I'll need all the 5 things that we spoke about, the Adhisthana, Tathagata, etc. And the trigger point, the igniting point will be Sharira, Vang, Mana. My mind will be there. Now, suppose my mind is pious and my mind is pure, my speech is pure, my body is healthy. I will be doing what? I'll be ensuring that my factory creates what? It creates some good products that are good for the society, that are helpful for the society. Okay, but if the mind is not pure, it is impure, it is tamo guni mind, so then what we see in the society, some people bomb ki factory they will make. What kind of things they are making, things which are disastrous for the society, cigarette factories, bomb factories, all these are unnecessary things. All those, why they are coming? Because the what is the mentality behind it? So we have, that is why it is very important to understand thus 3 gunas. Everything that we do, every thought that comes to our mind, every word that comes to our mouth, that should go through these tests of the 3 gunas. So when any task is done, we have to ensure that all these 3 are correct. Then only we will invest into what? Into a good karma. So further Shri Krishna explains, Tatraivam sati kartaram atmanam kevalantu yaha pashyatya krita buddhitva nasa pashyati durmati. So now, having known that there are 5 types of things which are essential to accomplish any task, then for any task to accomplish we need 5 things, but to start the task what we need sharira, vang, mana. And then Shri Krishna says all these things are what? They are all a part of what? The prakriti. What is there? This being the case, what is happening? Though Atma, did he mention Atma anywhere in the completion of task? Atma is not required to complete any of the tasks. Among the 5 things, Atma is not listed. To start any karma, the Atma is not listed. So Atma, the one Atmanam Kevalayanti, the Atma is not an essential component for completing any task. But what happens? Many people start considering that the Atma is the doer. What we are trying to do here, we are trying to find out who am I, who is the me. We are trying to separate what? Our karma from ourselves. Once we try to get that, once we achieve that, then only that freedom is going to happen. So we are trying to set the karma separate from ourselves. In that case, with our limited knowledge, what Shri Krishna is telling, what happens is, because of our limited knowledge, akrita buddhitvan, and that is because of our limited knowledge, what we end up doing, we start considering that I only am the doer, and Atma is me and I am the doer. Atma itself becomes the doer. What is the faith that people believe? Atmanam kartaram pashyati. That is what this shloka says. But Shri Krishna is saying that though Atma is not an essential component of any task, because of the what you say, immature thinking, because of the knowledge limitations, a person starts thinking that Atmanam Kartaram Pashyati. He starts seeing that as that the Atma itself is the doer. I am only the doer, but what is this? This is pure Agnan, pure ignorance. This is durmati. What the word Shri Krishna says is this is durmati. To see the Atma as the doer is what? Durmati. For instance, now there is lamp over here. In the light of this lamp, so you all are also sitting in your rooms and the light is turned on. Some of you are listening to the Vivechan. At the back, some other family members will be doing some other tasks. Somebody is cooking, children are playing. All the activities in the house are happening under the light of the same lamp. We cannot say that the lamp is listening to the Vivechan or the lamp is cooking. Under the light of this lamp, different things are happening. The lamp itself is what? Indifferent from the tasks which are done under its light. Similarly, all the tasks are accomplished by the body under the light of this Atma. So the Atma is providing light within the body, it is providing a prakash to the body. But our body is actually doing all the tasks. So from the Chaitanya Tattva, how the action is happening under the light of that, the Prakriti is getting all the actions done. We have seen this shloka in the 3rd chapter. Prakriti kriyamanani gunaih karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. The I in me, the Atma in me is just giving the light. Because without that Atma, what is this body? It is just a dead body. It is not possible to do anything. It is giving the light. It is giving the Chaitanya Tattva, is giving the energy or as the power for our sense organs, for our organs to work. So under the light of, just as how the light is enabling us to see each other, similarly the Atma is enabling this body to do certain things, but it is not the cause of those actions. That is what Shri Krishna is trying to explain us here. It is not the cause of the actions. Who is getting all that done? It is the Prakriti. So what has happened? All the actions are done under the influence of Prakriti, but due to the ego or ahankar, what happens? We misidentify something. We end up thinking that we ourselves are karta. This is purely due to the lack of knowledge. That is what Shri Krishna says. And what is the vision that the learned people have? So this is Durmati, the view of the Durmati that Shri Krishna has told. So what is the view of the learned people? How do the learned people see this? Yasya naham kruto bhavo buddheyasya na lipyate hatvapi saimal lokan nahanti na nibadhyate. How do the learned people see it? Yasya naham kruto bhavo. They are not tainted by any ego. Now, here in Sanskrit, many see in Hindi, Marathi, or other languages, ahankar is equated with what? Ego or pride. But in Sanskrit, it is not pride. Ahankar is myness or I-ness. That I am the doer, mine. That is so. Basically, this is not mine. This my hands, my legs. This is the body that has been given to me by the Prakriti. But it actually is not me. But I associate it with mine. That minus feeling that we have, that is the ahankar. Ahankar, that is the meaning of this word ahankar in Sanskrit. So we say, this is my cloth, my home, everything mine. But actually, this belongs to the Prakriti. We are not belonging to the Prakriti. We have united with the Prakriti over here. That too for some time. But we start believing that everything is mine only. It is like, suppose I visit some place. So we go to Rishikesh, stay there for 7 days, and then we start believing that room is only mine. It is like that. Here we have also come on rent for some time. This body has been given to us by the Prakriti for some time, but what is happening? We start believing it to be mine. That attachment that we develop for this body, that is ahankar. That mineness is ahankar. Okay, but do not equate it with pride at the moment. Okay, and somebody who understands that that I-ness is happening, buddhir yasyana lipyate, those who are not tainted by this kind of thought, hatva pisaimal loka nahanti nanibadyate, those whose intellect is not tainted by this kind of thought, tainted by the feeling of being a doer, their intellect is not tainted. And for such people, Sri Krishna has given an example that such a person, even if he ends up killing somebody, slaying somebody, what happens? He is actually not slaying, or he is not bound by that action. Such a severe example, sometimes people feel that, you know what, such a severe example directly you're slaying. But why this example of slaying someone? Sri Krishna, he could have given example of some milder, but where are they both standing? In the battlefield. The entire thing is that Arjun doesn't want to go ahead with his dharma of going at war. So Sri Krishna is telling that if you are doing this with a correct mindset as a part of your duties, with an understanding of dharma, karma, akarma, and everything, your actions will not get tainted by anything. You hatva pisaimal lokal, even if you end up slaying anybody, you will not be binded by that action. For instance, when this example we have seen earlier also, if you see in a court, if somebody is convicted and they are given this capital punishment, the person is hung. The one who is hanging that person, okay, he is also actually creating a murder only, doing a murder only. But he does that action doesn't doesn't taint his karma. Why? Because who is doing it on the order of some court. Says the Supreme Court has given the order, he is doing on the order of Supreme Court. Had he done it on by his own will, I don't like this person, let me go and hang him, if somebody does that, then they are calling for punishment. But somebody who is doing it on an order, because it is a part of his duty, he has been told by his superiors, then it is not falling in this category. It is not slaying. So slaying also, it doesn't become such a act of slaying. For instance, now you say every time the same, the soldiers on the borders of our country, it is their duty to protect our country. So if a soldiers attack, they are bound to attack the soldiers back. They will not be if they fire back and end up killing the enemy soldiers, they will not be tainted. It will not be called as a murder. Why? Because they have done it at the behest of their duty of their dharma. It is because it is they're supposed to be protecting the country. But if the same thing, even if it is a policeman and he comes and starts firing at the civilians, what happens? It is wrong. It is a crime. It will account to his bad karma. But if the policeman is doing the same act to protect the citizen, what will it be? It will be an act of dharma. It will not get, he will not be tainted by that act of killing. Then now when this is okay, so there has to be a discretion. The intellect of a person should be what? Enlightened by the correct knowledge. So for this, we should have a very good understanding of what is our dharma, what is our karma, and what should our intellect should be completely enlightened. Okay. Then Shri Krishna says that there are three inspirations. Now we have seen that there are 5 things which result in the task. After those 5 things result in the task, there are 3 things which trigger the task. And in that, who is the doer? Shri Krishna has explained. Further, Shri Krishna says that what are the sources? Now see how subtle the entire description is. It's all about karma. Now Shri Krishna is telling what are the sources of inspiration for any task. What are the sources to do any task? Jnanayam parajñāta trividha karma chodhana karanam karma karteti trividha karma sangraha. Jnana, Jnaya and Parijñāta. These are the three things. What is Jnana? Now, for instance, suppose I have to go travel somewhere. When I have to travel, when do we have to travel? Because see, we understand there is some beautiful place. Or let us travel back to Arandi. Last month we had a very beautiful event there. So I decide that there is an event that is going to happen. Janmotsav is going to happen. We have to travel there. That is the having a knowledge that such a Janmotsav is happening. It is a pious place. So many great people are going to come. I want to seek their darshan. This is knowledge. So this knowledge I should have before understanding. So once I get this knowledge, I feel like I get inspired that something has to be done. Jnaya is the knowable. What is knowable? That to reach Arandi, how I have to go to reach there, what I have to do, catch a train to Pune, then travel to Arandi. So how to achieve this? That is the knowable. How to reach there? So Jnana is knowing that the event is there. Jnaya is I am trying to figure out how to reach there. And Parijñāta, I am the one who is knower. Until I am the one who is knowing that I have to travel there. When these three things are there, what is happening? I'm getting inspired for some action. So the Jnata is getting inspired. The Jnata, the knower, gets some knowledge. Then he, with the means of the knowable, he gets the knowledge, and he is the knower. These three things, when they come together, the knowledge, the knowable, and the knower. When these three comes, Trividha Karma Chodana. What are they? Karma Chodana means it is the impulse of any task. It is the impulse to get into the action. It is like, it is only, but it is still the software. It is only inspiring. It is there, but it's just the thought is there. I have to go. I have to do. But when this inspiration gets transpired into actions, then what happens? They get converted. So at this level of Jnana, Jnaya and Parijñāta, at that level, when the inspiration is there for any task to take birth, say, for any task to transpire, whatever inspiration is happening, this is at which level? It is at the Purush level. We all know what is Purush and Prakriti. Purush is the Chaitanya Tattva, the subtle supreme force. The Jnana, Jnaya and the Parijñāta, they all are what? They are at the part of the Purush Tattva. When this inspiration transpires into action, now this thought has come to me that I have to go to the Janmotsav. Then I have found out how to go to the Janmotsav, and I am the one, the Jnata is the one who wants to do it. Now what happens when actual task begins? Now I want to book the ticket. Then what happens? These gets converted. What happens? The Parijñāta, the one who is the knower that this has to be done, becomes what? He becomes the Karta, that is the doer. The one who was now knowing about the event is now going to book the ticket. So he is becoming what? The Karta, the doer. Then the Jnana, the knowledge, it becomes the Karana, and the Jnaya, that is the act of going, the Jnaya, which is that becomes the Karma. So what happens? The Parijñāta becomes the Karta, the Jnana becomes the Karana, and the Jnaya becomes what? It becomes the Karma. So what happens so far? Whatever was at the level of the Purush, now it has become a part of the Prakriti. They have become the Karata, Karana, and the Karma. The moment they become a part of the Prakriti, the moment they become, the inspiration has transpired into action, what has happened? They have become a part of the Prakriti, and what happens? They get the three gunas. Prakriti means the three gunas are implicit. So what Shri Krishna says on the same lines, Shri Krishna explains that these cause and basis of the action. So the cause was Jnana Jnaya Parijñāta. They were the cause, the knowledge, the knowable and the knower. They were the cause. And then what has happened? The cause has turned into the basis of action. Which is the basis of action? The karma, that is the doer, the karana, the means of doing it, and the karma and the karta. These three, they become what? The cause, the basis of the action. The cause has turned into what? The foundation of the action. And the moment they turn into the foundation of the action and come into the periphery of what? The Prakriti, they get the three properties of Prakriti. So Shri Krishna explains, Jnanam karma cha karta cha tridhaiva guna bhedatah prochyate guna sankhyane yathavat shrunutanyaphi. So jnana, the knowledge, the karma, the action and the karta. Tridhaiva guna bhedatah. Moment they are transformed into the jnana, jnaya and the karta are transformed into this, they are coming into existence. What happens? The actions, they, whatever is happening, they all the three fall in the three categories. Tridhaiva guna bhedatah. Prochyate guna sankhyane. These are told again that yathavat shrunutanyaphi. These I have already told you that these are three are described in the science of different gunas. So these, what are the three gunas? We all know the sattva gun. And whenever it is these three gunas, one principle we all always should remember. Sattva gun is it shows light. It is indicative of light. Rajogun is indicative of what? Action. And a tamogun is indicative of inertia. So based on these three types, the jnana, karma and the karta also fall into three categories. Each one of them falls into three categories, and Shri Krishna explains each one of them separately. See how detailed analysis Shri Krishna has given. No other scriptures can give so detailed insight into our own actions, into our own karma. So Shri Krishna says, first, now, so jnana is of three types, karma is of three types, and karta is also of three types. Shri Krishna explains, first the jnana. Sarvabhuteshu yenaikam bhavam avyayamikshate avibhaktam vibhakteshu tajnanam vidhi satvikam. What is he explaining first? He is telling what is the satvik jnana, satvik knowledge. What is it? That Sarva bhuteshu yenaikam bhavam avyayamikshate. One indestructible bhava, one indestructible reality, one indestructible force is seen in all. One Paramatattva Paramatma is present in all beings. The knowledge which tells you about that, the knowledge which instills this feeling in you that there is one bhav, one reality in all of them, that is what bhavam avyaya mikshate, that is tajnanam vidhi satvikam, that is the satvik knowledge. So this avibhaktam vibhakteshu, amongst all, see, vibhakta means different types. Though we are different species, and while we are human beings, there are dogs, elephants, animals, all other different types of animals and species, creatures are there, but there is one thing which is uniting avibhakteshu, one thing undivided equally, it is residing in all of us. Knowing that is satvik jnana. Knowing that there is one thing which is equally present in all the different species and all the different yonis is known as satvik jnana. We all there are so many stories around this, but this one knowledge that it is a gift from Bharat to the world. It is only our culture that propagates this knowledge. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This kind of philosophy comes only from our scriptures. We see oneness in all beings and all creatures. That is how our all our festivals are also like that. Whether it is holy, every festival is celebrated among that. Everything that we celebrate, everything that we worship is around this principle that all the things around you are what having the same Ishwar Tattva, having the same Paramatma Tattva amongst them. And then second type of knowledge, prathaktvena tu yajñānan nānā bhāvān prathagvadhan vetti sarveshu bhūteshu tajñānam viddhi rājasam. It is telling the Rajoguni Jnana. What is the Rajasi Jnana? It is the knowledge of distinction. It is the knowledge which tells that we are different. This is the kind of knowledge which is more popularly, predominantly present in the society today. The knowledge which sees that there are various entities in different kinds. We see each other different from one another. Somebody is poor, somebody is rich, somebody is ugly, somebody is beautiful. This kind of distinction in our vision, this kind of distinction is in our perception, is what Rajasi Jnana. This world of assortment into different varieties, that is a so this is an animal. It can be hit, it can be on the roadside. So much ahimsa, so much violence around stray dogs and all is happening. That is because we see that dog as different from ourselves, so that is resulting in what? Violence. It is resulting in ahimsa. What is the root cause of ahimsa? It is resulting in hinsa. What is the root cause of hinsa? That, see, this way we'll understand the actions. What is the root cause of hinsa? It is this type of Rajasi Jnana, because we are not able to see oneness in everything, and that results in violence, that results in frauds, that results in greed. That results in different types of scams, because we see that we are rich, we want to get richer, we need to stay poor, etc. This is the the philosophy runs around this. There is a very beautiful subhashit in Sanskrit. Subhashits are very beautiful sayings in Sanskrit, which instill different important values in our life. Everybody should invest some time in learning this subhashit. At least if not daily, at least weekly, 1 or 2 subhashits. Try to learn. Try to think around them. There is a very beautiful subhashit. I really like it. Ayam najah paro veti ganana lagu chetasam udara charitanantu vasudhaiva kutumbakam. This phrase vasudhaiva kutumbakam is coming from this particular subhashit, which says Ayam najah paro veti ganana lagu chetasam. The one who have a narrow mind, who have a very narrow way of thinking, they have this kind of thinking. Which thinking? Ayam nija paro veti. This is mine, that is your, this is my daughter, that is my child, that is your child. His child should not be treated equally. I will give more food to my child, less food to other. What is this distinction coming from? From this thought process. Which is this thought process? It is a thought process of Laghu Chetasam, the one who have small hearts, the one who have very narrow thinking. But Udara Charitanantu, the one who have a magnanimous heart, the one who are great at heart, the one who have big heart, they will say what? Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. No matter what Turkey has done for us, when they have the earthquake, what our Prime Minister did, he sent food for them. When there was corona, we sent vaccines to the world, irrespective of which country it is. Whoever needs, we have sent the vaccines. That is because Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We are we should know our scriptures. We are just citizens of India and we are Bharatiya. We take pride in it. But what makes Bharatiya different from the rest of the world is this philosophy of Sattvic Jnana. This Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam type of knowledge keeps us separate from the other. This strength of ours we should know. And okay. And then Sri Krishna goes to the Tamasi Jnana. Yattu kritsnavade kasmin karye saktamahaitukam atatvardhavadalpai cha tattamasamudaratam. In the previous two shlokas that we saw, Shri Krishna has said what? This is Satvik Jnana. This is Rajasi Jnana. But what is he saying here in the in this particular shloka? Tattamasamudaratam. He is not even calling it knowledge. Because ignorance, how can we call it knowledge? Tamas is in itself stands for ignorance. So ignorance can never be knowledge. It is tamas only. It is ignorance. It is darkness. What is darkness? Yattu kritsnavad ekasmin. Yattu kritsnavat ekasmin karye saktamahaitukam. Atatvarthavadalpancha tattamasamudaratam. Ekasmin karye. What is important for them? Only they themselves are important. What they will invest in? Ahaitukam means without any reason. Their thought will remain limited for no reasons. Atattva means absolutely no reason. Arthavat, alpam. What are the different adjectives that he has used here? It is a definite path of decline due to the limitations of the thoughts, due to the limitation of sanskar. What happens? These kind of actions are resulting. Like, there is a in the rainy season we see unnecessarily going to picnics and trying their swimming skills in big oceans. That is not the time in rainy season to test your swimming skills, isn't it? Unnecessarily doing speeding. New bikes, 17, 18-year-old children with the speeding, so many accidents are happening for no reason. Just a lack of sanskar, just lack of knowledge results in these actions. That is tamas. Now, what should we learn from these shlokas? We are going on a ladder, an upward ladder. Urdhvam gacchanti sattvastha. We all have to aim for something better. What should be our intent? Definitely nobody here is tamasi, because you all are seeking knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Everybody is already enlightened. From our rajogun, we have to ensure that we don't go down. We don't go towards tamogun. We don't go towards the tamas action, and maintain at least the rajoguni thing. That okay, at least do something good, have some desire to good, but our knowledge should become what? We have to become satvik. Our knowledge should be satvik. Then only, because that is going to trigger what? Actions, right? That is going to trigger actions in us. If we want pious actions, then what we have to do? We have to have a pious thought process. That is why it is essential that we gain satvik jnana, we get pious knowledge, we get the knowledge of best quality. Now, just knowing the three types of knowledge is not enough. We also should understand how to transcend them into different actions, how to transcend this entire knowledge. So Shri Krishna says, Niyatam sangarahitam aragadveshatakritam apalaprepsuna karma yattat satvikamuchyate. From this shloka onwards, what happens? After knowing the three types of knowledge, the sattvic knowledge, the rajasi knowledge, and the tamas, what is ignorance? Shri Krishna says, having the knowledge of these three, that equipped by the knowledge, understanding of these three, what we have to do? We have to examine our actions and upgrade our own actions. Upgrade by analyzing our own actions, using the knowledge, we have to upgrade our actions and have the best types of actions. So karma. Now, we had to, Shri Krishna told, I'll tell you three types of jnana, three types of karma, and three types of karta. He has told us the three types of jnana. And from this shloka onwards, he is going to tell us what? Three types of karma. But the time is over. So we will see the three types of karma and three types of karta in the next session. With that, I offer this entire session at the lotus feet of Param Puja Swamiji and Shri Krishna himself. Hari Om. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamatsu. Astu. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, Shraddha Didi. That was really indeed very enlightening how you correlated the shlokas of the 17th adhyaya and how we can actually understand that and apply these things in the 18th adhyaya and the Subhashita, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Thank you, Didi. That was really so that we can actually relate and that stays in our mind after we hear your interpretation session. Thank you so much. Before we take up the questions from the devotees, I would like to make a quick announcement about L1 level Gita grammar classes and also Vivechan sessions that are scheduled for tomorrow, Sunday, March 24th. You would have received the timing and the sessions links in your respective groups by now. Please, we request you to plan to attend these sessions and reap the benefits. Now the time for question and answer, and please turn on your video and also raise your hand, and our technical assistant Jahnavi Didi will give your turn. Thank you.
Jai Shri
Chitra
Krishna,
Didi,
Chitra
Jai Shri
Didi,
Krishna
please
Didi.
unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Chitra.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi. Just I want to, you said abhivaktam means to understand that, to know that. Hello?
Now, which shlo abhivaktam? Adivaiva.
No. Abhivaktam, not abhivaktam.
Avibhakta. Okay.
Which means to, as I understood, you said knowing that the same thing is present in all. So if I take that God is present in all, I should like everybody.
Yes.
Everybody equally. But my question here is, for example, if I see my friend whom I like very much, or if I see a saint, I like him very much, I will go to him with respect, and I would like to follow whatever he says. And for my friend, I will like whatever she says, but I may say sometimes this is not correct, but I will not oppose her. But for at the same time, when I see a terrorist killing all the people, I will never have love and affection for that person, even if the God is present in that person. So in this case, I am wrong, or my thinking is wrong. How would I? Because I know that I know means
now,
I feel
there is a very important thing. Avibhaktam vibhakteshu. Here, Shri Krishna is saying that I am present undivided equally in all, but that doesn't mean you have to treat everybody as the same. How I treat my mother, I will probably, but we have to understand, see that when we fall in this kind of confusion, what we should do, we should see the charitra or the life stories of the greater people. So what Sri Ramji did when he killed Ravan, you all must be knowing that story. When he was killed, till he was there, he did the job of destroying him. But after he was destroyed, what did he say? His antim sanskar should be done as if he is my brother. So that is the bhav. No matter if the person, he's doing a bad thing, we don't have to appreciate him. But at the same time, our bhav, our sentiment should not get affected. Right? So I know that I can say something to my friend, but my vyavhar has to be in accordance with what it is. My vyavhar, my behavior with my friend and my behavior with my guru. What if when I see Swamiji, obviously I cannot treat him like my friend. He has a greater tattva. He is something great. We cannot treat him as like our friend. Anybody for that matter, anybody senior than me cannot be treated. But that is a different thing. That is the behavioral aspect, how your perception should be. This is between two equal. Also, we see the difference. Two children, if they come to you, one of them is related to you, the other is not related to you. How is your perspective towards them? When there's two same species, same age, same, the वो बात ही नहीं है कि of between two totally different status people come, we'll see. But between rich and poor, this distinction is unnecessarily. Between a papi and punya, even if a papi is dying, we have to go and give water to him. That time we cannot say that, because this person is done so many sins, let him die. That is wrong on our behalf. So that hatred should not come in us. We should be able to maintain our character, we have to understand that whatever he has done is a part of his actions, but the hatred should not be in our minds. Our behavioral difference you have to keep. So that doesn't mean I keep thieves in my house. It is not telling us to be fools, right? But we should be able to see that goodness, that even if I will not invite a thief into my house, but if somebody is in a problem, that distinction, for this, that sattvic jnana is important, right? For that, this sattvic jnana is important. What is my karma in this particular situation? Had Sri Ramji thought that no, Ravan is a jnani, all that, it is all what he has done, it calls for an action. I have to do that. That knowledge of your karma one should have. That knowledge should be backed with sattvikta, and then we have to decide whether. So our knowledge has to be backed with sattvikta. We cannot equate a guru with anybody else. We cannot equate a saint with a normal relative of ours. That sattvikta, that knowledge it should all be backed with sattvic knowledge. Understood?
Thank you, Didi.
Shruti Didi, Jai Shri Krishna.
Basic. I actually wanted to some meaning of adhisthana.
Adhisthana means a field where the actions will be done. The place where the action will be done. Mostly it is like our body. I gave an example of organization, the office is the adhisthana. If you have to do farming, the field is the adhisthana. So the place where the
place where we live. Out.
Adhisthana.
Actually, I did not understand the 13th shloka. Panchaitani Mahabhavu.
Panchaitani Mahabhavu Karanani Nibodhame. It's telling that there are 5 things which are essential for what? For any task to be accomplished. Panchaitani Mahabhavu Karanani Nibodha means I'm telling you, that there are 5 things, 5 Karanani means 5 causes which result in what? Siddhaye Sarva Karmanam, for any task to get accomplished. Siddhaye means accomplished, Sarva Karmanam means accomplishment of all tasks. Any task in the world if it has to get accomplished, it needs 5 things. And where is all this knowledge mentioned? It is mentioned in our Sankhya Darshan. That is why Sankhye Kritante Proktani. This is mentioned in our Sankhya Darshan. As per our Sankhya Darshan, what are those 5 things which are essential for accomplishment of any task? Those 5 things I am going to tell you. That is the meaning of the 13th shloka.
What are that 5 things?
That is explained in the 14th shloka. That
14th. Okay. Now I understand.
Now we have to read see on
Adhisthana, Karta, and
yes, correct. Very good.
Types of desires.
That is right. Correct. Good. See, Komal.
Thank you.
Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes, Krishna.
I wanted to know that how does a person become Gunatit?
Gunatita. Gunatita, it is a person will not become overnight. One thing I want to first tell, it takes many births to become a Gunati. But to begin with, to start, how is the process? This is related to the 14th chapter, where the characteristics of Gunatit, Shri Krishna tells, Kairlingai Sri Gunanetan, Shri Krishna, Arjun has asked, and then Shri Krishna explains the characteristics of a Gunatita. Before we reach there, first we have to transcend through these gunas. Gunas is, we are very, very bound by them. So it is like we have to first take everything towards being sattvic. Once we know how to balance all these 3 gunas, such that when it is required, tamo guna is also required in little amount. Rajogun is also required in little amount. Sattvic gun is required in a larger amount. When all these things we are able to balance and understand our actions correctly, then at a certain point, using the knowledge of these 3 gunas, what we have to do? We have to improve our knowledge, then analyze our karma, improvise our karma, gradually detach yourselves from the karma, and then we will gradually become closer to being a Gunatita. This is something like a nursery child asking me how I can become a doctor. overnight. It is not going to happen. A long journey it is going to be. But how we have to start? By start doing exactly what you are doing, learning Bhagavad Gita.
Thank you.
Jai Lakshmi ji. Jai Shri Krishna.
Ma'am, the sloka number 26, second charana, how to pronounce, ma'am, mother?
26.
26. Mukta sangona hamvadi.
Mukta sangona hamvadi. The anuswaranha will be like a nasal verb consonant. Yeah, this sloka is taught in the classes. Mukta sangona hamvadi. Hamvadi dhrityatsaha samanvitaha siddhya siddhyornirvikara karta satvik. Shloka.
Okay, I will recite, ma'am. Mukta sangona hamvadi datyutsaha samanvitaha siddhya siddhyor nirvikarak karta satvika uchyate.
Very good. Dhrityatsaha samanvitaha. That's the second channel.
Dhrityutsaha samanvitaha. Correct, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That is
and you can ask this to your teacher. Are you a current L4 student?
9 o'clock batch.
Very nice. So you can ask your trainers also. They will also help you. I think, have we reached this far in the Adhyaya? I don't know. But yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome, Didi. No further queries today. We can proceed. You are muted, Manjula Didi. If there are any further queries, you can raise the hands.
Yes.
And in the meantime, we can proceed.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks for answering the queries, Didi. And also thanks to all the Gita sadhaks for making this session interactive. And I would like to thank our Technostar, Jahnavi Didi, and our technical team, all the Gita trainers, mentors, and Sevis, and Shraddha Didi. Thank you for this beautiful session and all the devotees who attended this session. Please do continue your Gita sadhana and attend these sessions so that we can enrich our spiritual knowledge, and may the Bhagavad Gita be our life guide. And before concluding the session, let us thank Bhagavan Shri Krishna for making this session successful. Now, to do the prarthana, we have Srimati Swarnalata Kurmaji, and she is from Karimnagar. She holds a bachelor's degree and she is interested in doing social service and associated with Geeta Pariwar since January 2023. Didi is already offering seva as a group coordinator. Didi ji, please do the prayer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Shall I sing?
Yes, please.
Yes, Didi, please start.
Yes. Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Brajapriyam Dharma Samstapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you, Swarnalata Didi. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Yes. Now it is time to recite Hanuman Chalisa. Jai Hanuman.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि बरनउ रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र औ ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन पवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबेको आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबेको रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब वीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरै हनुमत बल बीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
जय हनुमान, जय श्रीराम, जय श्री कृष्ण। सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। Thank you everybody.
Thank you, Manjula.